Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 1 of this PES 2020 Master League series. We've already had a little bit of a taster on the channel about what to expect from this. When I got my pre-order a couple of days early, we did a little 2-episode series. It got amazing support, over 75,000 views on episode 1. That is amazing, blows my mind, thank you very much. But since then, the option file has been installed, so we've now got the kits, the badges and the club names all ready to go. The live update has been installed, so all the transfers and everything have been sorted, so PES is looking even more impressive than it already did a few days ago when we put those videos up. I did a poll on the last video. Arsenal were the team that you guys selected. They were comfortable winners, so that is the team that we are going to go into this series with. Time to get it going for real. Drop a like if you're hyped, subscribe if you are new around here, and let's get this series underway. Customizing your manager then is something they've got rid of. You can pick from a few legends, or you can pick from one of the fake managers down at the bottom, which is what I'm going to do because I think it's more realistic. I am not Diego Maradona's twin. Can't even spell my name right at this stage. I'm not Diego Maradona's twin, so I don't want to look exactly like him, basically. And obviously I still haven't forgiven him for that goal he scored with his hand against England. And should do, because I wasn't even born when that happened. But selecting my nationality, obviously I am English. I'm not a suit type manager. I'm much more of a casual shirt and tie kind of guy, so that is what I'm going to go with. That guy also, whoever that is, I think it's one of the fake ones, look the most like me, so I'm picking it on sort of realism as well. Transfer frequency, negotiation, difficulty, starting budget, going to leave that as normal. Will enable transfers in the first window. Salary display, I want to be weekly. I just prefer to manage the salary weekly, see what the players are earning every week rather than have sort of a yearly budget. Match level, I like a challenge. I am going to go Superstars, the hardest difficulty we can put in off the bat straight away. I did the little 2-episode series on Superstar and the matches were competitive, and I think the responsibility is kind of with me to improve my PES ability and make sure we get the kind of results that we need. Of course, currency, I'm going to be setting this in pounds as we're in the Premier League. So here we go then, arriving as manager of Arsenal, being shown around the club by the board, just in and around the training facilities, pictures on the wall, meeting a few of the players here. You can see David Luiz, I could pretty much make out that's him, there he is. Obviously only at Arsenal since the live transfer update was applied. A player that splits a lot of opinion, very, very good defender, got all the attributes, but does make a few costly errors. And this right here is the man that I think will be key to our success, if we have any, this season. It's Aubameyang, very pacey, going to be in and amongst the goals. So first things first, in the boardroom, setting targets, something that you have to do, of course. It's crucial that you all get on the same wavelength. You can see the chairman there and our coaching staff. They want to discuss the season's objectives. Yes, we know that. How about we aim to win the league, is what he's said. I don't think I'm going to be that ambitious. Obviously, if I agree, and then we're ending up in 4th or 5th, I'm in danger of kind of getting the sack. So I think, being realistic, we should aim to finish in the top 4, which of course will get us the UEFA Champions League squad. You can see since the option file is installed there, the competition names are now in and that are correct, and that makes such a difference to an overall PES kind of experience. But I'm telling the board, it's not the most ambitious by any means, but I think we should aim to finish in a Champions League spot. And I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans out there would accept that. Top 4 is what most teams aim to be. Obviously, it gets you that lucrative draw in the Champions League and a lot of prize money as well. It says, I guess a steady plan may work better. We've got the backing of the chairman, something that's very important, need to be working together. On the other side of the table, you can see there we've got our coaching staff, and they're saying it's not as ambitious as they expected, but they support my decision. And they should do, because as manager, I'm basically in charge of them. Now, the daunting task when you're a new manager, I can imagine it's probably something they fear the most, is meeting the press. The press try to catch you out there. It's difficult questions, and they like to write stories about you as well. I like these cutscenes. I think it's a great addition to PES. We've been congratulated on becoming the new manager. There'll be much competition for the league title. How do we fancy our chances in our first season? Now, I've told the board I want to come top 4. I did this in the other little series that we did as well. I'm going to tell the press that we will win the title, because I want that confidence, if they're going to write stories, to go out to all the other managers that say, we mean business this year, we can make this happen. What style of football do we want to play? Want to see clean, sportsman-like football? Don't really care about sportsman-like. I'm more of a win at all costs. Want to see the boys play hard? No, I want to put on a show. Arsenal are renowned for playing great. Great to watch football, short, slick passing. I'm going to say the same thing. We're going to keep with those club traditions. I actually want to bring this Arsenal team back to the days of the Invincibles, where they were just untouchable. Nobody beat them all season. If we can get to that level, that would be amazing. But it's going to take some jigging around with the squad, some very, very good transfer dealings as well. So those of you that are new to PES or played the last one, you'll see that the menus are much more user-friendly. We've got those club badges as well. Arsenal, of course, are one of the licensed clubs, so the option file wouldn't have made a difference to us specifically. But we've got the messages thing now. A lot of the training, scouting activities, managing the budget. I know how to do all this, so I can just ignore these messages. Great media appearance. The papers can't get enough of us. It's just basically saying we're on the radar and other clubs might even come in for us. But at this stage, I, of course, have no interest of leaving Arsenal at this time. We've got the International Champions Cup coming up in pre-season, so we'll be playing those games, trying to get a feel for it, trying to get used to it, and of course a chance to try out some of the players in the squad as well. So just having a look at the squad then, it's good to gauge an idea of the tactics that you're going to play, but also just to see the sort of the names that we've got here at Arsenal. That's the starting 11 as I see it right now, that I think I would probably go into the first game with, and I will be trying this out in the first friendly. We've got Leno, Kolasinac, David Luiz, Socrates, Hector Bellerin. Very strong defensively. It's just about whether the mistakes from David Luiz can, be gone and we can keep teams out. I've got Granit Xhaka and Torreira in the holding midfield roles. Very important. You can see I've got Torreira set as a defensive midfielder. I don't want both of them getting ahead of the play. Mesut Ozil in that number 10 role. That's where he's best. If we can get the best out of Mesut Ozil, I think we'll be absolutely great this season. Got lots of pace out wide. Aubameyang on the left. Pepe, the new boy, obviously the very expensive player Arsenal signed in real life, out on the right hand side, and then Lacazette being the main goal threat. And we've got some great players on the bench. Not great options in terms of centre-back. There are a lot of them, but I still think we need a better quality backup centre-back. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. Very happy with the backup fullbacks. I will be rotating these in and out the squad to help their development. We've got Maitland-Niles and Kieran Tierney, obviously a new signing from Celtic. Very, very good. And then midfield options I feel are quite poor as well. We've got Ceballos, who's been, I think that's how you pronounce it, Danny Ceballos, who's been sensational for Arsenal in real life, showing some real glimpses of class. We've got the young Willock, and then we've got Guendouzi as well. Both of those very young, very inexperienced, but are capable of doing a job in the first team. I would like another kind of world-class, sort of world-level midfielder to come in there, but again, got to be careful not to oversign. I want to utilise the players that we do have first of all. We've got Martinelli as a left, sort of left wing forward. It's clear that we need better wingers. I think the first two that we've got, Aubameyang I might use as an out-and-out striker, depending on how effective he is playing from the left, and sort of rotating with Lacazette, but another winger would be fantastic. That's what I'm going to go out first of all. Just looking at the training sessions then, it's quite, you get to pick what their individual focus areas would be. Why extra front man would be there for Socrates, I don't know. I want him to kind of be a bit of an anchor man. You can see the stats that your selected training affects on the right hand side, so obviously I don't want Socrates being a striker because I don't want those kind of stats to go up, so we will put him as a bit of an anchor man. And I'm going to change these sort of individually as we go through. Again, I don't want David Luiz being an extra front man, but I do like his passing ability and his dribbling and his defensive awareness, so I might put him as an orchestrator. But I will go through all these players individually, set them to what I think would be best. I'm not going to sit here and do it because that would take up like 20 minutes of the video, but you're going to have to trust me. I'll show you the finished article. So here it is then, going through. You can see, just for those of you that are interested in the training, I know some of you won't be, but you can see the individual kind of settings I've got here. I've got the younger centre backs, the backup ones set as build up, because I want to make sure we get that passing mentality instilled throughout the team. And you can see the rest of them there, just for those of you that are interested. You can also do this with the youth team as well, by the way. Very in depth. I like it a lot. You can see the youth players. I've gone back into the first team here, apologies. So if I go to youth team training, you can also see the sort of rating of the guys that you've got in your youth team. Most of them will be set to balanced, because that kind of gives them an all-round development. But I will be picking out the guys that have the higher ratings, such as Harrington here, you can see. I will be picking out, and maybe because he's an attacking midfielder, I might change that to classic number 10, just to aid his development. Maybe he's the next Mesut Ozil, who knows. But yeah, I'll be going through these guys as well, keeping an eye on their development. Is there anyone that catches my eye at the moment? Well, striker there, look, he's 19 years old, but looks about 50. Just going through here, looking at the ratings. No one really stands out. I think Harrington is the highest rated, yeah, at 69. So I'll be keeping an eye on him especially. In terms of transfers, I don't think there's anybody yet that I want to get rid of. You can see the market value of Aubameyang there. Like, his overall rating is kind of 88, but when he's playing out wide, he's not in his preferred position, which is, of course, centre forward, which will affect his ability to play out wide. 63 million as well for Lacazette. Mustafi, someone I was thinking about offloading. Don't know whether to get rid of him. His valuation is quite high, but he's also our best rated backup centre back. So maybe we'll keep him around. Maitland-Niles I definitely want to keep. Let me know your thoughts on who we should keep, who we can sell. Guendouzi, by the way, look at his market value. That is very, very high for a player of his sort of age and ability. I'm not saying he's not great. We've got Nelson as well down there. £25 million. Again, highly sought after youngster. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. The guys that we should be letting go to raise some money. We've got a budget, as you can see, of £82.3 million and a salary budget, a weekly salary budget, of course, of £109,000. So maybe we can just bring someone in without having to sell. So I'm going to set up some scouting instructions. We're going to go to Europe. I said we were looking for a winger. I'm just going to put right wing forward in there. We could also equally go out and look for a left wing forward. We're going to focus on overall rating, and we will consider the budget, which basically means these scouts shouldn't be bringing anyone back to us that is an unrealistic target, like Messi, for example. We're never going to afford him. Probably wouldn't want to come anyway, of course, but we're going to consider all factors and just try and get a new winger. So here we go. We are approaching our first friendly, which will be against Atletico Madrid. We're in the changing room here, and one of the coaching staff is telling us to allow Nelson to play in the competition, which will help him achieve some of his potential. Obviously a chance to test and assess the youngsters. These interactions do impact things such as social media following and stuff like that, I do believe, and does score you kind of management points and things like that. So something to keep an eye on. But for now, jumping into our first game, I won't show you the highlights in as much detail as I would do for a league game, because not everybody's into the friendlies, but I'll give you a good glimpse of the game. Here we go, International Champions Cup Asia. I'd like to do well in this competition, and obviously the best thing about it is to assess the players, formations, see what you're used to, and get a real feel for it. Let's go, boys. Atletico Madrid, though, will not be easy. There they are, look, the boys getting ready. What a squad we have, and they have a decent squad as well, to be fair. It's going to be a tough one. Alvaro Morata. Atletico just passing the ball about at the back, having a lot of possession, looking for the ideal opportunity to win it back here. Not going well so far. That was the wrong button. Didn't mean to absolutely take him out. I'm going to get a lot of players sent off this year if I do that. But here's Herrera waiting for the right time to tackle. There we go. And the ref gives a free kick. Are you mad? So the one time we did win the ball, they give a foul. If anything comes of this, I'll be fuming. It deflects. And for a minute, I thought that was going to go tops. Corner then to Atleti. Ball comes into the box. It's a dangerous one. Ball drops loose. Clear it, lads. Good save in the end from Leno. I know I'm just smashing the ball clear, but it dropped loose there. The keeper had to make the save, and he gathered a loose ball again. Great goalkeeping from the number one. So just trying to make a conscious effort to press in the right areas. If you press too often, you're going to leave gaps like this, which Atletico are exploiting. David Luiz, you legend. More of that this season, please. Here's Morata running down the right. I'm glad he's on the wing rather than in the box, but the ball cut back was good. Shot come in, and it was a great one-handed save. Corner then coming in. They nearly scored from a corner moments ago. We didn't defend it very well. We haven't defended this one great either, but the header goes wide. Ball is played inside. Here's Mesut Ozil, great touch. Has he still got it? No, he's been out-muscled. David Luiz against his former teammate, Morata, but with one possession back. Can't be too careless. On Superstar, it's really difficult. You have to be patient. You can't just fly forward, chipping long through balls over the top. That will not work against the opposition, so we're going to have to move it. Typical Arsenal style. That wasn't the greatest pass, was it? But we've still got it. Chance to maybe put one into the box. Delivery is there. It's gone behind everybody. Wasn't the best ball in. It's fallen to Bellerin though. Touch and hit. It's blocked. Oh, Aubameyang. What kind of reaction was that? I think we'd probably got there if we'd have stayed on our feet. But kindly, Atleti have given us a corner and a chance to whip this ball into the box. The delivery from Kolasinac wasn't great, but that is not his strong point. However, he got the chance to put the ball back into the box from this corner. Done. Outswing. A penalty spot. Over everybody. Aubameyang helps it back in. Shot towards goal. It's blocked, and Oblak will gather. Atleti coming forward again, trying to just win possession back here. Just be patient. Like I said, don't want to pull the players out of the space. However, Morata with a turn and hit, and Leno called upon again. It was a great save. Not for the first time today, but that was too easy there, allowing Alvaro Morata, whose hair looks a bit grey in this, I'll be honest with you. I'm sure he won't be happy about that. The turn was good. The hit was definitely creeping in. Corner played short this time, mixing it up a bit. Ball on the edge of the box wasn't great. It was a bit of a scuffle. Haven't really got it cleared. Shot comes in from distance, and that fizzed past the post. Wasn't far wide at all. Mixing it up there from these set pieces, Atleti. This one we should have done better. Got to be stronger in that tackle. The ball was played down here. The shot comes in. Never really threatened. Not sure how I'm feeling about this formation, you know. When we haven't got possession, we're not great. I don't feel secure enough. Maybe, you know, we'd benefit from a narrow three-man midfield rather than the two guys holding. Oh, that's a nice touch. Atleti coming forward again. Here's Herrera. Plays the ball out wide. Can Kolasinac stop the cross? Is that a corner? Or was that just a really poor cross? Just a poor cross. Half time approaching then. We're into stoppage time. Time added on. There'll be 2 minutes of it. Chance for Pepe to show us his skills. Got the ball on the edge of the box. No real support. Might have to go left. That is a great ball. I'm tempted just to have a crack here. Klassenat's shot comes in. It was blocked. Goes behind for a corner. This would definitely be the last action of what has been a fairly action-packed first half. I'm not going to lie to you. Considering it's a friendly, it's been played at quite a pace. We'll try and whip this in towards that near post area. Get someone's head on it. There we go. And the goal goes in. Probably undeserved. I'll be honest with you. And it's Mesut Özil. Doesn't score many headers. But he crept in there unmarked. And his header found the bottom corner. He's cleaning the boots of Lacazette. Absolutely no idea why. He had nothing to do with that corner. But the first goal of this series is a header from Mesut Özil. Can you believe that? Great floated cross. Really good header down as well. Literally was the last action of this first half. I'm going to make some changes though at half time despite being 1-up. That's what friendlies are all about. So this is how we're lining up for the second half. You can see what effect the changes have had on the team morale, the sort of team spirit in the top right hand corner. That is very important in the way your team plays. But we've gone to more of a sort of defensive three-man narrow midfield. Özil comes off, will be replaced by Willock. We've got Ceballos coming on for Granit Xhaka and Maitland-Niles coming on at right back. No, ref. Really? Really? If I score from this, I'm going to be angry. There was nothing in that. It was just a good piece of defending, in my opinion. Free kick. Koke standing over the ball. It's in a dangerous position. Let's be honest. He hits it. Goes over the wall. Leno is there, though. Not for the first time today. Ever reliable in the sticks today, the number one. I'll be happy if we can keep this kind of form up all season long. Willock. Looks for... Here's Willock. 3 men around him in midfield, but we managed to pass our way out of trouble. Aubameyang's touch was poor. He gets clattered, and that one's not a foul. Okay. Cheers, ref. Making me mad. Anything comes of this, again, I'll be absolutely furious, because I think that was a foul. Still coming forward, Atleti. Shot from this. Thought that was in. Thought that was in. Everybody stay calm. Wow. He hit that like an absolute rocket, didn't he, Saul? Scored some banging goals in his time. Hit this one with his left foot. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it and curl it in there. Diego Costa, though, at the other end. Looking for Alvaro Morata. 2 former Chelsea players, of course. Ball is played out to the left. Just trying to stand our man up and win the ball. Maitland-Niles has done that brilliantly. But then rushing in possession. That's what I was talking about earlier. Something you can't do. Here in Pez and Superstar difficulty challenge. Got to come in. It's a good one, but it falls to Diego Costa. Completely my fault. Rushing in possession. And at this level, on this difficulty, you will be punished. 1-1. That's nice football. Really nice stuff from Atleti. Coming forward, here is Diego Costa, who's been a right handful since coming on. Morata gives it back to Diego Costa. Back to Morata. Challenge needs to come in. Good save from Leno. The ball is cleared away eventually, but Atleti on top now. We're inside the final 15 minutes or so. Morata looks for Diego Costa. Trying to just pressurise him, but he's very strong. Not an easy man to get the ball off. Shot comes in from distance, it deflects. Bit of a ricochet. We managed to get the ball out actually quite nicely. Here's Pepe, chance to stretch his legs with his pace. Going forward now. Might have a crack. He's been taken out. It's a free kick. Dangerous position. 10 minutes to go. This could be a decisive moment in this game. The new boy already showing his dangers, running at defenders. Can the other new boy roll back the ears and bend this free kick into the top corner? He goes over the wall, it deflects. Oh, he's hit the post. He has hit the post. I think Oblak saw it late after the deflection. So close to finding a winner there, David Luiz. Here's Torreira. Don't want to lose it there. Still got it somehow. Oh, it's crowded in and around that box, and they eventually take it off us. Look to launch a counter-attack. David Luiz has been drawn to the ball, and that has done me. Alvaro Morata could be in here. Socrates desperately trying to get back. Leno comes out and does just enough. What a piece of goalkeeping. Corner to Atleti. What you saw there was a prime example of why you shouldn't draw your defenders out of position and only try and press the ball at the right moments. Atleti still coming forward late in this game. And Morata volleys them in front. 3 minutes from the end. Pitch invasion. The bench has come up. That's a friendly, lads. Chill out. Look, manager's on there. Staff are on it. Calm. Calm. The Silver Fox. Alvaro Morata. To be fair to him, great finish. I thought when they played this short, we had everything under control. But that is past Leno in a flash. Time running out then for us to get an equaliser. We're into added time, basically. We'll keep the ball moving. We've slowed the pace right down. They're in on the edge. I'm trying to work space for a shot. Here's Pepe. Going to play it out wide to Kolasinac. Into the box. He's very tired. Played the whole game. He does deliver it though. Can anyone win that header? They can! Oh, we have equalised! Incredible end to this game. Is that the new boy Pepe? I think it is. He rose above everybody, headed it down into the ground, making it difficult for the goalkeeper. And it's Arsenal 2, Atletico Madrid 2. Late drama here in this friendly. Great play on the left-hand side. The delivery was inch perfect, and the header even better. What a dramatic finish to this game. 90+4 was literally the last action. Really, really good first friendly here. 2-2. So after one game, that is what the group looks like. I think the top two go into the sort of semi-final and final stages. I think that's how this International Champions Cup works. So it would be great if we can do that. I think there's some extra prize money on offer as well. So now, obviously, the scouts have not been out long enough to pick up any players to recommend. But I've gone out on my own and had a little look, and there are 3 wingers that I've identified as potential targets. I want you to let me know your thoughts. First one is Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha. As you can see here, his stats are pretty good for a winger. You can see he's got a lot of skills in his locker. He's a trickster, mazy runner, speed bullet, incisive runner. You can see his offensive tactics here. Goes into quite a bit of detail. He's a team player. Got composure, technique, instinct. And it will also show you his position mastery. You can see he can play wide on the left and right of midfield. He can play a bit in that cam role. He can also play as a striker or a winger as well. So someone to bear in mind, was linked heavily with Arsenal, Wilfried Zaha. The other one is a bit of a youngster. We've got Ferran Torres. If you remember the Valencia series I did on FIFA a few years back, he was decent. He's only 19 years old. Predominantly plays on the right side. He's a dribble toucher, dipping shot trait. He's got the long throw trait as well. Not going to be Stoke City, not going to pull that out, but he's a mazy runner. And you can see here, if we look at his youth prospect level 2, you can see some of the attributes and thoughts of his development here. But mainly a right winger. Can also play on the right of midfield. This is kind of one for the future at just 19 years old, so we'd look to integrate him over the first season or so. And then Kevin Volland, who's a bit of an all-round attacking player from Leverkusen. Some of you might not be interested in him. We kind of know who he is. He is left-footed, which I'm a fan of, so then he can cut in from the right-hand side and hit a shot, which would be big for us. Just 27 years old as well. I thought he was older than that. You can see his traits there. And then obviously his position mastery here, mainly a right-sided midfielder or anywhere sort of a right winger, supporting striker or centre forward as well. So let me know your thoughts. And that, I think, is where we're going to leave episode 1 for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe and carry on with us on this journey as we look to take Arsenal back to the Invincibles era. Let me know in the comments, of course, your thoughts on those transfer suggestions. Any tips or tricks on how to improve Master League, anything you want to see, anything you want me to specifically do, players you want me to sign, get down in the comments below. The links to my Instagram and Twitter are down there as well. Please feel free to reach out to me on those platforms. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all your support. I'll see you in episode 2.